Maybe. I don't know if I'll have enough time. Oh, I should. Should just work, right? And both runners are about to ready up. Both have readied up. We're just waiting for that to come through the restream. Alrighty then. I'm looking forward to this a lot. This is a very, very close race. I think this is just... It feels like another one of those coin flips, 50-50. Could pretty much go either way. If you did this race 10 times, each player would probably win 5 times each. Yeah, I think the seating is pretty accurate in this case. And, yeah, I'm really looking forward to it. Also, Danky Crying is not in commentary. I forgot about that. But he's here instead. Okay. It's an easy fix, though. Again, I do apologize. I didn't have very long to get this set up, but we're ready to go. No problems with YI2, as imagined. It'd be interesting to see if there are any nerves. Y3 is usually the place that we'll get to see whether there are any nerves to play. Hopefully both runners will have a good time here. Oh no, Bluesaint! Okay. Nerves are out of the way. We can continue on now. We got 34. Yeah, it's a nice early lead for MrCab. That's unfortunate for Bluesaint. I'll get the ticker added during the cutscenes. There's a cutscene coming up in about 2 minutes. Yeah, Bluesaint and MrCab here have both had quite decent tournament races. I'm really hoping to see that this will be a close one. Sorry, if I just coughed right down the mic there, I thought I had that muted. Yeah, anything can happen. It would be naive to suggest that this was even close to decided. Yep. Bluesaint playing it just a little bit safe. It's totally reasonable though. And, oh! Nearly had an issue with getting Iggy in the lava. Had a pretty decent World 1 by MrCab. Meanwhile, Bluesaint is just about to finish up here. Okay, getting started into World 2 here. This is usually where runners diverge somewhat, with, you know, more difficult levels, not just flyovers. Oh, whoops. I did not mean to do that. You know what, I'm just gonna leave it here. Okay, just getting in DS1. Another level that we've seen a lot of people lose capes on, lose a couple of seconds here and there. Okay, let's see how this dry room goes. Okay, doesn't grab the shell straight away, that's no problem. Bluesaint, on the other hand, has no issue grabbing the shell. Also, shoutouts for spinning to the music. Oh, Bluesaint taking a hit here. Again, this is what I was mentioning earlier. It is quite easy if you're not paying attention to get hit in this level. And it'll be interesting to see what he does. I would say pretty much for certain that he'll go back to DP1 to get a cape. There is always the option to go ahead, do Ghost House and YI3 cape or DP3 capeless, but it's not recommended. There's a pretty free cape that you can get in DP3, but again, this is a sensible option. You pretty much has to go back. I would definitely go back as well. Meanwhile, MrCab having no issues at all, just hammering on through the world. Bluesaint really not that far behind either. He's had a death and he's had to go back for cape, and even still he's only about 30 seconds behind. We'll know better after this level. Yeah, nothing before Forest in general matters. Then you've got the Gauntlet, Chocolate Island. Oh, wow, Bluesaint missing the fast fly-off. It really looked like he got it as well. He mustn't have missed that by very much, so that's unfortunate. So just some more flyovers for MrCab, no big deal. Yeah, these two levels and then the flyover section, they occur pretty early in the run. Just pretty unfortunate for RTAs if you're grinding to get good times. It's sort of uninteresting at times. This run really ramps up the difficulty about a third of the way in, and it has produced some pretty interesting tournament races to say the least. Okay. Wishing both players would be castle too. Yeah, it looks like we're about 30 seconds apart right now. Bluesaint just finishing up that flyover. MrCab just about to attempt more than fly. Ooh, misses the spring. No big deal at all. Ew, MrCab just got a follow there. Follow alert are still on, but that's no issue. I think that threw him off. I think he realized, oh, this has come through in the restream. It's okay, yeah. Do not worry about it. Yeah, that was pretty decent for MrCab, considering what happened. He still made the cycle, just didn't have the spring. Bluesaint is going to have the spring though, he's taking the companion spring with him. Finishing up. Yeah, very nice Morton from Bluesaint. I think he'll be pretty happy with that. GG. And I would have to imagine both runners will be pretty happy with their performance so far. MrCab on a pretty decent run here. Bluesaint has had a couple of hiccups, but overall, I suppose this isn't too bad either. About 25 seconds in it at the moment. MrCab thanking for the follow. Yep. Good Vanilla Dome 1. No issues whatsoever. Yep, both runners getting out of Vanilla Dome 1, no issues, and if you don't make that fly up, sometimes you'll be so eager to recover that, sorry, I do apologize. Sometimes you'll be so eager to recover that, you know, mistakes can be made. Okay, Bluesaint's having a couple of issues with the climb here. Nothing too major to worry about. Oh, he's just gonna take the vine, that's... yeah. Unless you're aware of the backups, I guess. Well, why would you attempt to do it in a race? I'm just losing a couple of seconds. Again, no big deal. MrCab looking totally on his game right now. Bluesaint also, like I say, playing quite well, having a couple of little incidents. Yeah, so this is the flying section of the run. This is where you tap left a lot and just go to sleep. Top left or something. Yeah. If you don't have a big image of Fireflower looking out of his, or Fireflower Mario looking out of his window, what do you have? Okay, so instead of tapping left, MrCab's just gonna hold right, and he's gonna swim. He's gonna swim a lot. He's not gonna get hit either. Bluesaint will be joining there as well. Just a moment. Okay. This Reznor fight can be a little scary at times. Death here would cost about a minute 30. MrCab having no issues, gets that fast kill. He's out of there. He's looking pretty comfortable as well on his webcam. I'm wishing Bluesaint similar success. So yeah, this is the official auto-scroller of the game. Okay, good luck, Bluesaint. A little bit scary, but handling it no problem whatsoever. Very good, Bluesaint. And it looks like there's about 40 seconds in it, 39 by my count. So yeah, still pretty close. Forest of Illusion is pretty much the big split, and it's coming up in about 5 minutes. You've got Clipped, you've got Royfly, and even in ways we can call FY1 difficult. I've seen enough people have issues with it, including a rather unfortunate death last night from Stan. Although that was an amazing run. That was so good. Oh, Cab messing about. And something else I learned from last night with racing Stan a couple of times is it is possible to die there. I learned that the hard way. I hadn't died in that stage for about 2 or 3 years probably in a run, but it happens. It felt pretty bad. Okay, This is pretty much the last flyover level coming up. There is another one, but there's actually stuff that you need to do in it. So yeah, everybody say goodbye to your favorite thing in SMW, and that's being a big cheater and flying up the level. This is why Calco's the man. He doesn't ever cheat. He plays the level like the level creator intended. I suppose Castle 4 as well. There's a lot of stuff that can happen in that. Room 1, Room 2 are both pretty difficult, especially Room 2. And it'll be interesting to see what strat MrCab uses, whether he for the Fire Flower pickup strat. I think he does. I think he mentioned that at one point. Yep, very nice Room 1. Yeah, it looks like he's just... Yeah, that's... Ooh, that was a little bit scary. Though I guess the damage missed in that last one and allows him to readjust his speed. Yeah, MrCab's variation of the Room 2 strats are pretty sane, I'll be honest. If you decide to keep Cape there and just don't get B-speed, it's pretty safe. It's actually safer than Fireflower strats. Okay, meanwhile, Bluesaint having a really good Room 1 there. Ooh, and Bluesaint not messing about, he's just like, oh, I'm doing Cape strats. Wow, very good. That's very risky. Even the top runners agree that strat is very, very difficult. So, good job to Bluesaint there. Going to gain a couple of extra seconds. Although, that's the thing, that strat is so scary, like, you don't really gain that much time. Yeah, massive shoutouts for doing that successfully. There must still be about the same amount of time in it. The relay is tomorrow. Yeah, Cape strats are rail strats. I mean, even Steven says Room 2 with Cape is difficult, so I definitely trust him now. Yeah, FOI1, Cab grabs Yoshi, he'll need Yoshi Eclipse coming up. And yeah, FOI1's a pretty free level, just as long as you know where to start flying. Considering you can't Cape pump with Yoshi. You can't just do your typical flying over the level. And we're on the cliffs, so yeah, this can be a pretty big point of the run. I wouldn't like this, or I wouldn't like to see this decide the run in any way. Oh, dude. Okay. No big issue. Looks like he's going on. I think it's a pretty sane decision. I think this is a generally underrated decision. I do not blame him for going on. But the fact that he doesn't have a cape is a bit of a dilemma. Probably will have to go back for it. That is unfortunate. But if he had cape, especially, look, he's still ahead, that's the thing, if he had cape. Ooh, and Bluesaint in there, first try. First try, very nice. Okay, we have a race on our hands again. Not like we ever didn't, but this is why it would be naive to call it in advance. Now, assuming MrCab goes back for cape, which again, I would do. I would probably advise it. He needs to go back for cape. What am I talking about? He has to go back for cape. There isn't a choice. Yeah. Instead of me saying, oh, there's a 99% chance of it, he has to. Okay, my apologies. Yeah, this is very, very close. Bluesaint, obviously with the lead at this point, but probably not by all that much. Still, he has to be feeling good about getting that first try clip though. And again, even though MrCab went on just the easy clip, I don't really think that's a bad decision. I've seen, you know, a couple of people being told, oh, that's a bad decision. But you know what, if you're ahead in a race... Okay, so it's time for Castle 5. I don't know how many runs I've seen die here, but I know something for certain. We're not going to see any runs die here. Both are just going to get a first try. No problem. That was a really, really nice save from Bluesaint. That looked like absolute disaster. He has to be feeling pretty good right now. Again. Wow, dude. MrCab gets it no problem. He looked very, very comfortable there. I cannot stress it enough, though. If Bluesaint hadn't cape pumped against the ceiling, he had done a full, like, swoop, he was so dead. Very good save from Bluesaint. And a very nice Castle 5 from both players. Yo, Louis! Guys, after this race, in 1.5 hours, we have Louis versus Eric Maddox, and that is going to be a crazy, crazy race. Not least because Louis is one of the best players in the world, if not the best player now. A lot of people saying that he could probably have world record in every category. Well, a lot of categories, say. Pretty soon. Coming months, year. Very, very talented player. But anyway, coming up, Chocolate Island 1. Both players have their capes. Bluesaint just cruising his way through there. MrCab not far behind. So yeah, MrCab often calls this section of the run the gauntlet. And I hope the gauntlet's nice to both. Yo, shoutouts to Una, all the smoke. Oh guys, hopefully I'm not too ahead. Like, hopefully the commentary isn't too ahead of the stream. Like, I don't think it is. I've been delaying a little bit. It's synced up pretty well. But if I'm spoiling things for you, just let me know. Yeah, so let me go and check Bluesaint's stream here. He's got a split up. I'm interested to see where he is compared to PB. Yeah, dude, this is a pretty good run. That's unsurprising to me. Like, I felt like he probably would be in PB pace. Yeah, very good run for Bluesaint. Still a very decent run for MrCab, considering he lost his cape in FY2. MrCab is closing that gap fast. There's only about, probably less than 10 seconds in it again. Which, on the contrary to earlier, must, you know, feel good to have lost that significant lead, be about 30 seconds behind, and to actually have this close again. He had a slightly nicer ghost house than Bluesaint, but again, I can't make this clear enough. Blue is having a very good run. Bluesaint with the Steven strat. Basically, the Steven strat is just, well, it's a strat made by Steven, as you can guess. MrCab, wait, how did he not get P-speed there? I don't mean that, like, I don't know what happened. Maybe he let go of the button? But anyway, it's just a strat that's 100% consistent for room 1 of Chocolate Secret. And I'm embarrassed to say that Stephen only explained that strat to me last night, even though I was sort of knew about it. Just keeping an eye on... Yeah, I was just keeping an eye on the height at which Bluesaint was flying there. Sometimes a little scary if you're a bit low down in this room, because if you clip one of those yellow platforms, you're pretty much dead. Like, not necessarily, but probably, because you'll be unexpecting of it. Okay, Castle 6. We'll see if he attempts Crusher Skip. There's a chance he will attempt it. Gets it, no problem. That was probably ahead of stream, my commentary. Blue having no issues whatsoever with Castle 6, very nice. Hopefully room 2 will do decently. MrCab not just making Crusher Skip there, but no big deal. Yeah, Blue is looking like he's playing quite comfortably now. If there were any nerves there before, certainly aren't present now. There's no evidence of nerves. I think MrCab has pretty much shown no nerves during this race either. He's also been playing very, very comfortably. His only notable mistake would have been FY2, and what that happens sometimes. I can hardly blame him for just a minor mishap there. Oh, that's no problem. He's still got his cape. He can get the backup cape as well. At least he's not coming out of this fight small, which is pretty much a nightmare scenario if, you know, if it's this close and every second counts. Yeah, dude, this is close. GG to Bluesaint there, yeah. The best Wendy was going. Looked pretty good to me. Bluesaint not even needing to look at that backup cape. Got a cape in his item box. I imagine MrCab will take the 0.2 or 0.3 second time loss to get that backup cape. I definitely would because of the damage boost that will come off. Assuming he doesn't get a double despawn. Ooh, looks like, yeah. Okay. Bluesaint will have to be... Wow! Very, very nice. Very, very nice, Blue. Oh my word. Yeah, Blue with the double despawn there. No problems. Oh wow. I'm actually sort of blown away by that. That was really good. It looked, you know, if it was ever going to get it, it looked like it was going to happen. MrCab just having to wait here though. Also guys, I just want to... Okay, no problem. Orb. Yeah, if my commentary is a little janky, I have had no sleep at all. I'm packed for sleep right now. I just... I want to sleep forever. I just want to go to bed. A Bluesaint just in Valley of Bowser 1 here. Ooh, okay, good save. Yeah, having a pretty good Valley of Bowser 1 here. Thankfully didn't get hit by any of the Mega Moles. And why that's significant, why I say that, is because their hitbox is are really some of the most frustrating hitboxes in the entire game. It's almost out of your control, essentially, as to whether these guys hit you or not, if you're going at full speed. So that's sometimes why you'll see runners slow right down and just... I'm actually just getting flashbacks to my run where I basically come to a standstill for a couple of them, because I know I'm ahead. But if you can do the cape damage boost thing through them, that is preferable. MrCab grabbing a blue block there. Or sorry, even though they're blue in color, they're called rainbow blocks, I think. But yeah, that's just to get that extra cape. Might as well. Yeah, Bluesaint's just gonna wait the extra cycle. I don't blame him. Now, it isn't the most difficult to get that cycle skip, but a lot of people underestimate it in runs. I have seen countless people die at that part in races, and good players as well. Yeah, that's one of the issues with race variants. Things that seem so free in RTA attempts, just they can end up killing you. So Bluesaint did lose about maybe 10 to 12 seconds over MrCab there. Still has a very sizable lead though. But I would say at this point a death in Valley Fort brings this right to even again. And obviously it depends. You know, we'll just see. We'll just see. I'm wishing Bluesaint the best here, though. He's on serious PB pace. It's going to be sad regardless to see either of these guys have their final run. But I think both can feel very proud of what they've done. And just a special shout out to MrCab. He has donated some serious money to the scholarship, which is just... it is pretty awesome. Bluesaint also made a donation as well, but wow, MrCab did donate quite a few dollars. Just to put it lightly. Okay, yeah, it was just a bit scary on that second last crusher for Bluesaint. Okay, Bluesaint, just take it easy. These Resno are scary. He's in there though, he's in and out. That was a bit spooky. You know what, it's a pretty solid effort for MrCab for doing that. I understand why he's doing that. If this is his last race, he nearly just aced one of the coolest strats in the entire run. Valley Fort P-speed just at the end there, it's difficult. Or maybe it's not difficult, maybe I just suck, but I promise you guys it's difficult. It looks like Bluesaint is just on his way to beat the boys man, to hopefully, for him, claim his victory. MrCab just looking to get through this castle. I imagine it will be totally fine. Okay, Bluesaint does lose his cape here. No big problem. Cape kill doesn't really save that much time. So one of the issues with this version of cape kill, if you get that first hit but lose your cape, you do lose a cycle. Because Bowser threw the Mecha Koopa off to the left of the screen, not only does he lose that Mecha Koopa, but he misses out on the chance to get a cycle skip. And that will cost about maybe like 15 to 20 seconds. Like, obviously you can see that he's still massively in the lead, but if there wasn't a death on Valley Fort, it would have made it pretty close. Although MrCab just having a slight issue with Dark Room, totally understandable. At this point you're not really expecting to be in Dark Room without cape, but, you know, things can happen in Dark Room. I'm practiced in Dark Room capeless, and I would still sometimes do things. And Bluesaint going on to the final phase of the fight. Let's see. He can get PB here, definitely. This final phase just has to go decently. Or can he get PB? Like, this final phase is longer now. No, he can get it. He can get it. Wait, what am I talking about? He's on a 35 pace. Of course he can get PB. Dude, this run. GG, my dude. That's a 35 minutes and 35 minutes and 36 seconds. Casual PB by a minute and 15 seconds. I have to say, Bluesaint must be feeling pretty good about himself right now. Incredible. Incredible. Yeah. Massive GG's to Bluesaint there. Turning it around after Forest. I feel bad for MrCab though. He's played so well during this race. Well, when I say I feel bad, I only feel bad because he played so well on his FY2. Other than that, I can't imagine he'll be disappointed. He shouldn't be disappointed. Yo!
Yo. What's up?
Yeah, nothing much. Oh, I just realized. Oh, I need to get this. Sorry.
Yeah, that's the thing. Sorry.
Yeah, nothing much. Oh, yeah, I need to mute you because I'm just coming through in your audio.
Should I bring the Bluesaints in?
Yep. You guys.
Hello.
Hello.
Yo. Good race.
Was that Blue? I think he just PB'd by like over a minute. That was really good.
It was my first good run of No Starworld. Well, first run that wasn't stupid at least. So that feels good. I'm happy.
Yeah, that was pretty interesting. Now, I think MrCab was following the stream pretty closely. You had the death in Y3, and MrCab this was one hell of a run from him. And it did make me a little sad that FY2 was the one to come and, you know, start making decisions about how the run was going, but I don't really, yeah, I think both of you must be feeling pretty okay about how you played.
Yeah, I'm a little mad at my D-pad because Yoshi went off to the left there in FOI2, and that's really what did it.
It did look strange. I was wondering if it was something like that. Wasn't too sure. But yeah, I mean, feel free to talk about your runs. This is your time. I'll start with you, please.
My run's going to go on for another 19 minutes or so, so Bluesaint should talk first.
Yep, go ahead. So what was your favorite part of that run, Blue?
Blue, are you here?
Can I hear him?
I don't hear him.
I don't hear him either at the moment. So MrCab, if you want to explain to the kind folks what's going on, you're being very abusive to these Mega Koopas. It's slaughter.
Lassa knows what I'm doing. This is dumb. I probably shouldn't be doing it, but I figure this is a good way to just spend the next few minutes. Don't mind me.
I mean, for sure, like, obviously, with either of you guys having done your last race, it isn't the end of the world, but every time this happens, I do feel a bit sad because you've both been a lot of fun to have in the tournament, and, I mean, especially yourself, you've just helped so much without asking, which is always the case. Always very, very appreciated.
Hello?
So I think we've got Blue with us again. Hello.
Can you hear me?
There he is.
Yeah. Well, my headset gave me a shock, and then you guys couldn't hear me, so I think something went wrong.
Happens.
Yeah.
It happens, yeah.
So, let me see.
When did you lose me? What did I say?
Oh.
We haven't heard anything yet.
Yeah, pretty much.
That explains it.
So welcome aboard.
Well, thank you.
Massive GG's on that. If I was running against Cab there, I would have been a bit scared. Cab he didn't have like a single nerve in him. It looked like totally playing in fire the whole time, and FY2 happened.
It was pretty close the whole time, so
Yeah, and that was the other thing I was constantly saying. Even though Mr. Cab's having such a good run, it's pretty much just YI3 that kind of went a bit weird for you. You were playing really well the whole time as well. I'm trying to think that there's... Yeah, it did go pretty well in general. It was a very good race from both of you.
yeah, like the early game was pretty bad. Like being half a minute behind after Morden, that's obviously not good.
Yeah.
But from then on, it went pretty good and pretty decently. Of course, a few mistakes here and there, but nothing massively.
I'm just going to say, even though my commentary was decent, I am finding it difficult to know what to say anymore. I'm really hitting the wall. I've had like an hour sleep, if that. I'm feeling things I've never felt before. Yeah. But this
you have some time to sleep before Louis and Eric race.
Oh, there's no sleeping before that. There's only an hour and 15 minutes to go. I pretty much won't be sleeping until my faithful assistant gets online and he can restream matches. Although I'll have commentary sort of for those as well.
Isn't your assistant MrCab?
Yes.
What's up?
So Cab, words. Yeah, just feel free to talk about your run again. Unfortunately, this will be your last race, so this is definitely your time right now.
It's not that unfortunate, but I'll still be around for the rest of the tournament, like you were saying. Morton Fly missed the spring, missed flying all the way up, so that was a little bit of time. This is a tricky one. Obviously, the FOI2 clip. Vob Ford, I was like just trying to push to see maybe I could get underneath here. I don't think I've actually kept P-Speed that far into the fort, so.
Where did you die in the fort? Because I saw that you died, but I didn't know where.
I was trying to skip past, basically get past the first two lava pits at the end in one jump.
Ah, okay.
Yeah. Not something I usually try to do, but I figured, let me go for this. Maybe I'll get it.
Yeah, I think it was the
second win the race, but I'll go anyway.
The second set of fast crushers. It would have been so cool if you'd pulled that off. And it's probably a good decision to do that as well, because not only would that have saved time, obviously, you would have still had Cape, and it might have been very close to a tie. Blue's Bowser fight wasn't ideal, to say the least.
If he was doing first pick all though, he still would have won. Because I still don't do Cape Kill.
Oh, you don't do Cape Kill? Well, it'd still be pretty close there.
Then that would have been like the next thing I would have gone for that I don't usually go for. Because I knew I would have had to say find time somewhere, and that would have been the only thing left.
Yeah, again, I just definitely couldn't thank you guys enough just for the participation. It's really appreciated, and then, of course, the amount of stuff that you've done as well, Cab. I was thanking both of you for the donations as well. Absolutely incredible, and especially yourself.
Cab, you made a big donation, right?
Yeah, for sure. It's pretty crazy. But anyway, just let me have a look here, because I can definitely confirm something. 1 second. We have a race coming up in an hour and 10 minutes, and that will be between Louis.
It's at 7 then. Or 6 your time.
Oh. Yeah,
a few more hours.
Yeah, that's at 6. Sorry. In an hour and 10 minutes, we have TNT versus Unikitten. That's going to be our second round 3 match. I'm really well. I look forward to all the races. If you're not surprised about that, and then Louis versus Eric 2 hours after that. So yeah, we have races all day today, and then later as well we have Def versus Dunkel. Yeah, guys, sorry that I've sort of just started to run out of things to say, and that tiredness is kicking in, but I'm really glad that I was here for this race.
The solo commentary game is a little rough. Thanks for going for it.
No, I actually think I did reasonably well, considering how badly it can go. But, yeah.
You'll find them. Don't stress it. Like, we appreciate that you restream pretty much all the matches and
cheers.
all you do for this tournament.
Thank you very much. Well, Mr. Cab, I hope you've had a lot of fun. It's been a lot of fun watching you, having you, and it's always a pleasure to do commentary. And, you know, just know that I've got some pretty cool friends here as well, so thanks so much. We will continue on and see how this Bowser fight goes, though. We're not done yet.
It's going to be here for a little while still.
Oh, I actually
think Louis on to me.
I need to leave you guys.
Oh, no worries.
All right.
But yeah.
All right,
Thanks
take
for
care.
the race.
Thanks for the race.
GG. Very good run.
Bye-bye.
Okay. I'll be back in 15 seconds. I just gotta grab one thing quickly.
All right. How's it going, everybody? I could do that. That's amazing. Why didn't I think to do that earlier? That would have made things a little easier. Bowling ball phase is probably not the best one to stay on to do all this. I see a message in Discord, but I can't really answer it without pausing.
Sorry about that. That is for me. Again, you'll understand the context of it whenever you... Again, you don't need to look at it until after the run.
That's all right. If you have to do something, feel free to go ahead and do it and tell me to stop memeing here.
No, I'm fine. I've got to wait in anticipation for Una versus TNT, and you're more than welcome to join me for that one. I know you and Una are very close, you know, because you've got good taste in people. JK, although shoutouts to Una, being awesome.
Shouts to Una.
And again, that could be quite an interesting race. I think Una wouldn't mind me saying that she is the underdog in this race. TNT is a very, very good player, but races are very high variance, and I've raced with TNT and I've won a couple of times, so that must mean he's beatable, because I'm rubbish at this.
Yeah, I know TNT's been around for a while. I don't know him that well. Una obviously really consistent in races, always a threat. Kind of the same vein I am here, just going to like stick around and wait for you to screw up and then just bounce.
Yeah, I totally agree. It's like the talons. I do that as well, and that's why people were appalled at me. It's like, oh look, he's a minute ahead, and now he just refuses to do any strats whatsoever. And I'm like, yep, that's just how I do it. Which is unfortunate. It is unfortunate to be against that. But
I mean, the deeper you go into the tournament, the more that's what's going to happen. It's just kind of the nature of racing, really. It doesn't mean it won't be good. Because even when you stop going for strats, sometimes, you know, it's not what you usually do. You might kind of forget how something works exactly. If any one thing goes wrong, there's all that time that you kind of let go because you didn't think you need it. Now you might need it.
Exactly. I was pretty much going to say as well, if you're like a minute ahead, you sacrifice a couple of seconds here and there just to play safe, and then you do make that mistake. Yeah, you can let go of that lead quite easily. But I guess you just gotta keep cave.
So, I mean, it'll be a good race.
Ooh, sub 50 pace. Or no, actually, we're past the sub 50 pace at this moment, I think.
It's gonna be over 50? Damn.
Ooh.
That's the problem here. I have to make sure I don't drag this out too long.
Yeah, I think I understand.
Chat knows what's going on.
I think chat might know what's going on. So again, I suppose I'll just take this opportunity again. Since I didn't have the ticker up, although I don't know why I didn't capture it. It was there originally and then it went down, even though I still have the window up. But we have TNT versus Unikitten, and that is in 1 hour is very close now. And then at 1 p.m. EST, we have Louis versus Eric. Again, this is going to be a very, very interesting match. Now, Louis is just on another level at this game. But that's not to say that he's, like, invulnerable. And Eric is a very good player as well, so if there's anybody who's going to take advantage of Louis making a mistake, if that happens, it's going to be Eric. So that race is going to be something else. And at 7 p.m. EST, we have Def, someone who's been... it just wouldn't have been possible without Def. Def has done about... let me see, keeping track.
Def's been, like, restreaming everything.
Yeah, 24 out of 34 of the matches have been restreamed by Def. And this was match 34 of 85, so we're almost at that 40% point. It, I mean, it's sort of sad that it's halfway through, but it's also intimidating to think, whoa, this is not even half of the tournament of the matches. But we're getting to the point now as well where we're getting to see pretty much every match is significant. It's not like seed 40 versus seed 2. These are all players that, can do upsets, can challenge each other, can make it interesting.
Oh yeah, I mean, the further we go, and the more like the seeds are just going to start collapsing on each other. You're also going to see a lot of people who like stick around. I haven't looked to see who like the true underdog is in the tournament that's still going. Obviously, Yuna's a candidate, having knocked out Aaron to the second chance bracket.
Well, I've got the full tournament results up here anyway. I've been tracking them quite closely in Notepad. It's another way for me to sort of keep on top of it. Of the people that are still in round 3, all of these people are at the same point of the tournament. But I guess the lowest seeds, well, I guess you'd have Unikitten and Tina would probably be the biggest underdogs, followed by myself. Even though I have the 12th seed, there are a lot of players that are a lot better at me than this. I just had a better PV than them going in. Rupert as well. Like, Rupert is one of the best Mario runners and racers just in general.
Definitely.
His race experience is crazy. And another person with a really low seed, got a bad PB going into this tournament, but has just been destroying, is Weird Waldo. I have Weird Waldo potentially getting quite far in this. He could make it to round 5 for sure. It's RNG manipulation.
RNG manipulation. If I do this long enough, like Louis said, we can get a good time.
Does the timer like loop back around to 0 minutes again?
I mean, eventually my timer at least will go up to an hour. Oh yeah, I see what you're saying. So if I keep this going for another 365 days, I will have finished earlier in the day on November, what is this, 25th?
The dedication. Although if we do break that 1 hour mark, I don't think the timer's still going to be on screen.
I hope we don't break an hour. You got to cut the hour.
You got to cut the hour. So yeah, I think, like I said, I think Tina, me, Yuna, we're the sort of underdogs. Of course, we still have
Tina
Stan.
is a lot better at this game than she's letting on. That's partially because, kind of like me and a few of the other, Super Mario World old boys, as it would be, old folks. We've just kind of been playing other stuff recently. Tina's really good at this game. I would not, until you start getting into like the really top seeded players, I would not even like consider her an underdog or anything like that at all. She just hasn't ever actually played the specific No Starworld category. I think she really got into things during All Castles, which, as long as you don't go to Starworld, is still a No Starworld run.
No, I mean, only in the most technical of sense is she an underdog. Like, I fully understand that. And
yeah.
It just comes from a place of experience as well. I think that's possibly why I would play better than my PBs. My PBs absolutely suck in most categories compared to anybody who's put any time into this game. Yet, I think you're correct. Tina as well, even though Tina hasn't been around like even half as long as Yuna, plays well above her PB. Very good player, very good race mentality as well.
Yuna's not going to have any troubles, at least, like, getting a good time. Neither's Tina.
Yep.
There's Waldo. Is that like the same? I don't know.
Weird Waldo.
I feel like there's a few people called Waldo on Twitch these days.
Weird
I'm forgetting
Waldo.
who's who.
He was the first one to get sandbar in his run in this year tournament, and he also had the best tournament time for a very long time, seed number 19, and yeah, Waldo's a really good 96 runner as well. Yeah, aiming for a good time it's good to do that. Some would say.
Here's the real question: have I hit Bowser 4 times or 5 times? I want to say it's only 4 times. We're gonna find out soon.
Wasn't sure. I was actually wondering that myself. Like automatically, I was just assuming it was 5 hits because in a run, if he's bouncing about, you will have probably done 5 hits. But I have no idea. I didn't actually see you make that hit.
I didn't go into this phase with a Mecha Koopa, so
then you probably have only done 4. You probably remember that other hit, I guess.
Whoa.
Yeah, Peach is just gonna pop out and call time at some point soon.
Yeah, I'm actually a little surprised that I haven't just gotten timed out by the game.
Yeah, Louis, you're in the right place if you want to learn all the hot strats. Louis getting a free lesson here, that's gotta help.
Hey, we did it.
GG. And that's a 57-minute and 10-second time. That's
good casual time.
I mean, I'm not sure what happened in that last split. That last split was a bit unfortunate, but pretty good run overall, I think.
I mean, really, I was having some trouble keeping track of Bowser. They say cape kill is the easier way of killing Bowser, and I didn't have a cape, so I wasn't sure what to do. Really,
yeah,
for like at least 10 minutes at a time.
I think if you got the cape kill, you might have saved about 20 minutes, which, it's a pretty good time save.
20 minutes for cape kill, that's pretty good. We should go for that next time.
Yeah, I suppose that's the problem with not having cape going into that fight. But yeah, you get the sub 1 hour. You have to be feeling pretty good about that time.
It's true. Cutting the hour in a game, especially in this category, it's a really hard category. There's all those levels where you just don't even see the ground, so it's like really, really terrifying when you can't see where you're going to land. You have to just kind of go and go for it. And man, those water levels are just bad levels.
Oh, sorry, I was just getting something there. Yeah, pretty good run. I agree. Oh, I mean, in all seriousness, it was a really good run.
It was
pretty much until FOI that situation.
If you look down the splits, right, it's really the Morton Fly, like missing that little half cycle is about 6 seconds. Losing cape and then not getting the hard clip was like 50 seconds for Roy. And that's really the only thing that went wrong. I pushed in Vob Fort. Oh well. And then obviously Bowser was Bowser. That Bowser though, 20 minutes. It was a solid run. Like you said, it's really just really FOI too. I get that too much. Like I get that a lot when I go for clips, and I haven't just been doing it a lot recently. Yoshi just kind of goes off to the left because I guess I'm still holding left when I jump off Yoshi, so it kind of ruins the entire setup.
Yeah, it's really unfortunate. Again, I'm not exactly sure 100% why that's the case. Again, you'd maybe hinted that it might be like just.
I was probably just still holding left when I pushed A. Even though it's still like holding up and down, it just registered the diagonal.
Yeah, it's possible, and again,
I've got big thumbs, so it's over.
They aren't always the most accurate in the world, but it is possible. Like, that's the thing. All you've got to do is be holding the slightly wrong direction for a fraction of a second, and there you go. You've just lost a minute. Yeah, the most unfortunate thing about that whole scenario was that you just didn't have cape. Had you went on and had cape and just got the easy clip, you probably would have still been ahead, but you know that. You don't need me to tell you that.
Oh, yeah. I was looking over, actually, after Ludwig's Castle and kind of made the call in my head. Usually I will go for hard clip at least, like, twice. I had, like, already decided, no, I'm just going straight to easy clip if I don't get it on the first try. But then I tried to force that second attempt on the first cycle and just couldn't get around the urchin.
Yeah, and I'd actually said as well during that, oftentimes people look at other runners going for easy clip whenever they're ahead, saying, "Oh, you've just thrown away some time." I actually disagree with that. The amount of people I've seen a minute ahead, they've just started tilting like mad because they can't get hard clip. Then they lose their cape after like 5 or 6 attempts of not getting it, instead of what happened to you. So I actually agreed with you going on and doing easy clip. It just so happened that not having cape made it just, well, yeah, it made it just not as good as usual. Because you would have still been ahead by so much. You were ahead by like 15, 20 seconds had you had that cape.
Yeah, it would have been close at that point, and then we would have been looking kind of at me not getting the despawn in the ghost ship at all. That would have been the next thing.
It's sort of hard to know what would happen. It would change the dynamic of the race if at least one of you are watching, and I think Blue was sort of watching it, and I think you were keeping, up to date reasonably, right?
Oh yeah, I was watching the whole time.
Yeah,
there were a couple of stretches where I didn't, but like I said, I knew my situation going into Forest 2, and if I hadn't lost cape, we probably would have seen a tie through the ghost ship. Then it would have been me missing despawn against him having an iffy Bowser fight.
I can't believe he got the double despawn. That was just so cool.
He got the double despawn?
Yeah,
wow.
I really overreacted to that as well. I was like, what? He got the double despawn? He's so good at this game. What? Yeah, it was just so good. And that was a mega gold split as well, as you can imagine.
Alright.
But
I think that's all I've got.
I wanna thank you so much for everything. The massive donations, the clipping, the commentary, the restreaming, just everything. It wouldn't be possible without yourself and Daph, and just everyone else who's been putting in so much hard work. But with that, we're going to have a race in 51 minutes. Just being a bit specific there, And that's between Yuna and TNT. And
go get him, Yuna.
Yeah, go get him. We'll see you soon. We'll be back then. 50 minutes, guys. Don't want to miss it.
All right. I don't have anybody in mind for